All right, here we go, gamers. This is it. Middle of the night, 2020 stream that nobody's going to see. Grinding this event just because it has me doing like 5-star dungeons. Yes. To be honest, I should have streamed earlier in the day, but I didn't have the chance. What can I say? Do I have... No, I don't have the Twitch chats showing up. I still haven't set OBS to do that. I have Streamlabs doing it, but... I like how every time I go into this dungeon, I'm reminded that even mods can't fix it. So gross. So just to put some context, in case I decide to upload this publicly afterwards, which I probably won't because it's going to be boring as hell. Right now I'm in the later parts of the quest steps for the Renewus event or whatever they call it. And we have to take down 5-star dungeons, so we got actually complete 20 5-star dungeons. I've only completed 8 so far. Hey guys. I'm actually surprised that anyone's even awake. Seriously, I got such a bad habit of streaming at night, but... It's like, until I end up having a studio where I could record and stream at any given time during the day, I mean, this is my work hours, man. I always work at night just because it's the most convenient time that I can work. And when I'm doing like recording and stuff, you know, obviously I can end up cutting out segments if things get loud or noisy or whatever. But if I'm doing live streams, I obviously can't. My point is, most of my recordings, like my recording workflow is just I'll record a clip here or there and I kind of splice those videos together. As opposed to if I'm doing a live stream and I have to be consistently like, everyone in the house be quiet, please. Yeah, my sleeping schedule was actually pretty good. Just because of my trip, you know, Mariko and I were waking up early. I mean, she's really good at having like a normal schedule. I guess because she's got a normal job, but thank goodness I get to do YouTube, so I get to sleep whenever the fuck I feel like it. Which, again, run into the same dilemma where I have to do most of my work at night, so usually my sleep schedule is a night schedule. So I just had a shit ton of coffee so that I can actually work tonight. Because I gotta get like a vlog done, I gotta get like this trove event done and everything. Like, I gotta get back to it, man. Strike while the iron's hot. 2020's here, gamers. Let's get serious. Whoa. Ooga Booga. Ah, yes. The famed Roblox game. Are you the real Mr. Bones 005? That is a Roblox game. I'm not joking. Okay, that dungeon's done. See, look at this. I was just doing this casually and then realized like this is gonna take such an absurd amount of time. I may as well stream it. Like, it's gonna take an hour. I like how my stream says it's unstable. Why? I wonder what Twitch fucked up, because my internet's fine, thank you very much. Usually it's going good, but what did you do, Twitch? Average stream, bitrate too high. Excuse me? Bitrate too high? I guess they must have changed their settings for 2020, right? Let me see. So my output for streaming, no, I'm still at the normal maximum. Weird. Very weird. Hopefully it looks good for you guys. But yeah, Twitch, I don't know. Twitch has been stepping it up, but also being really dumb at the same time. I guess they must have, maybe they put their bitrate limitation a little bit lower. Because normally the maximum bitrate that they let you stream at is 6,000. Like, I literally didn't change anything. It must just be a new rule set that they threw in without actually explaining it. Even Genet's saying that you got that when you're streaming as well. Game runs fine, but stream is always laggy. Yeah, like, obviously it's something that Twitch is doing. It's like bottlenecking. Weird. I mean, the stream looks fine for me, so hopefully it's good for you guys. But honestly speaking, I mean, if Twitch is gonna keep, like, fucking it all up and not doing a high quality stream, then it's like, what's the point in me streaming on Twitch? I may as well stream just on YouTube. Yeah, I wish cross-platform was a thing for Trove as well. I really do. It'd be cool, especially at this point where the game is like slowly dying. May as well, especially with the updates not having, you know, not being as frequent. Is Twitch dying? I don't think so. Twitch is probably getting... The thing is, if Twitch is lowering the max amount of bitrate, it means that they probably are actually getting more users. So they're trying to, like, even it out, you know? It's an unfortunate side effect. Like, for example, there's this streaming site called DLive that I think PewDiePie still streams on it exclusively, but as far as I know, they pay him a shit ton of money. I was using DLive for a while. It was a great platform at the beginning, and then it kind of went downhill really, really fast, unfortunately. But anyways, that site has barely anybody actually streaming on it, and because of it, the streams are crystal clear. Like, it looks so freaking good when you stream on DLive because it doesn't have the high amount of traffic that so many other sites have to deal with, right? Yeah, you can add me up. You can always add me up, guys. Not like I say no. But DLive, I don't know, man. They had some really cool stuff, and I think the users kind of ruined it all. Like, it's too bad because the mods themselves are actually really dope. There's a lot of really good streamers on there that are really, really cool, chill people. But their whole, like, desire to have, like, I don't know, more... It's more community driven, and because of it, in all honesty, it means that there's a lot more shit. Like, there's literally a channel that is just some anime girl jumping up and down to, like, some trance music that just repeats nonstop, and they've gotten, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars donated to them, and it's like, why? Like, what the fuck is this shit? I don't get it, man. I don't know if that's still popular there anymore, but it was when I was doing it, and it was just like, what is this crap? Less users means better stream. Yeah, of course it does, because there's less bandwidth being used. I don't know if it necessarily means less people watching is what affects it, but more so the amount of people that are streaming at once. Like, you gotta think how much bandwidth and how much uploads is going on right now with Twitch. YouTube, unfortunately, just sucks so much at, like, live streaming stuff. It's really disappointing. Because otherwise, I would stream exclusively on YouTube. It's just so bad. You know, the quality is awful. If I put, like, there's options where you can choose the different delays. Whether it's got a lot of delay or just a little bit, right? And, if you end up having the ultra, like, less delay or least delay possible, it becomes like a blurry mess. Especially when we're playing a high action game like Trove. And by high action, I mean, if I do this, it becomes blurry. What's your Trove name? Just Scyushi. Same as here. Also, yes, Jow. I am the D-Live. Oh, God. What's happening to my internet? Speaking of which, I gotta call my internet provider and ask them, hey, why the fuck did you guys overcharge me last month? I love when the new year rolls over so these contracts can legally change just without your consent. It's awesome. I didn't even do my shadow towers this week, man. Maybe we'll do that if we have time, but I've got a lot of editing to do today. Tonight, whatever. Oh, my neck is killing me. So stiff. How was your guys' New Year, though? Was it good? Hopefully. How do you spell your username? Boss, like, literally just look at my Twitch, man. It's there. My Twitch is Scyushi official. Just take away the official. That's my username. Send Shoto saying, I think you get stuck in a loading chunk if you end up going too fast. Not really, because I'm just on a mount. You know, like, I'm just using that Knight subclass movement speed. I'm not using my Neon Ninja. I think it's just lagging because Twitch is, like, messing up. Oh, see? And now Twitch says it's an excellent stream. There you go. So it's all worked itself out. It's because I was bad-mouthing it. They heard me. The devs are like, "Rrr." Oh yeah, if you're Neon Ninja, you'll always get stuck in the chunk. If you end up going, like, that fast, then for sure. Oh, your New Year's was good, Trip? Noise! Yeah, mine was actually really good. I'll have a vlog. I have to edit that today, but there's a lot of footage to go through. I basically took like a 3-day trip or 3-day vacation with Mariko and vlogged the shit out of it. And yeah, that was what we did for our New Year's. The crazy thing is she really wants to go to Japan in February. So I'm trying to get that worked out. But she wants a longer trip, so she wants like 2 weeks, not realizing like it's very difficult for me to do stuff like that because of my job. But I mean, I'll try and stock up as much footage as I can when I start preparing for that, when we've got a set date. But I might have to try and set up, like, I'll have to have internet out there, otherwise I'm going to die. So that I can, like, upload vlogs daily or something, you know. I'm gonna have to do something. Maybe I'll have to, like, use her laptop, or I don't fucking know. Maybe it'll just be a vacation of 2 weeks of just no videos. And then my channel will truly die. Thanks for the nubblies, Joe. Appreciate it. Good God, how much of this do we gotta do? It's too bad, like, I personally think that it's too bad that she wants to have the trip so soon, because it's like there's, in March, obviously, like, there's a ton of games coming out, and I'm planning on playing most of them. And it's like, if I, you know, if she waited until after March, I mean, I'm gonna, you know, I've talked with her about this, but at least then maybe I could stock up on footage really easily, because I could, like, beat Doom Eternal, for example, and just chop it all up and upload it without too much work. As opposed to what we're trying to do is the opposite, where we're trying to go before all of that hits, because I'm going to end up being really busy with all of those games, even though obviously not as many people are going to watch it as they should, but whatever. I'm still going to enjoy playing through those games, even if they only get 2 views. Oh, Joe saying that the stream quality is actually good and fine and dandy. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Why are you, Sites, why are you up at 3 a.m. West Canadian time? What are you doing, my guy? What are you doing up? Huh? Slushy? That's the real question. Why are you trying to be evasive, man? No, I have to get all this shit done, man. Like, I just got back from my trip. I'm pumped full of Starbucks, and I've got to like do editing and recording and stuff. I wasn't even planning on streaming. It just suddenly, like, I was already doing this Trove event because I gotta complete it so that I can get footage for it. And then I just thought, I mean, this is gonna take such an absurd amount of time. I may as well stream for an hour or whatever, right? I threw down a 30-second ad, by the way. Also, my lips are really dry. That's why I keep biting them. It's 7:12 p.m. for me. The axe green. Ah, yes. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. for me. Oh, there we go. For Joe, it's 5 a.m. Jeez. Are you on a, like, messed up sleeping schedule again, Zhao? By which I mean an epic gamer moment where you're just up all night like me. No, I'm hoping I can catch up on all my shit. My video upload times might be pretty sporadic, though. Like, I mean, I'm trying to have the upload times a bit more consistent. But the amount of videos is more so what I mean. Like, I might go down to, like, I don't think I'm going to be doing 2 videos every single day. At least for right now, just because obviously there's just not that much going on for gaming. But I've also just been kind of like, I don't know, getting a craving for certain games. Like, I bought Witcher when it was on sale. Obviously, I can't record that because otherwise that game would take way too fucking long. But I might record Resident Evil 2 going through a Claire playthrough because I've been wanting to do that for a while, as you may have seen in my best of 2019. Oh, Joe, you only woke up a few hours ago? Well, there you go. San saying, did you hand build all of your old hub or did you use frameworks and such? Which old hub are you referring to, man? Because if you mean like actually the old hub, not the newest one, then there wasn't frameworks in the game. Max Green saying, Steam Winter 2019 sale was the cheapest for me. I'm guessing you mean like you didn't spend that much, which I can understand. There was dick all this year, dude. Like, seriously. I already had Witcher 3. I just bought it on sale on Steam just because I got to have like the definitive edition. It's a game I've always wanted to play through, but it's like 80 hours or some shit. I'm literally going to take years to play through that game, just casually myself whenever I have spare time. Or maybe I'll play through it when I'm at Japan. Oh, well. Actually, no, I won't be able to because I won't have my computer. Well, I guess we'll go south for the winter. Whip saying that, yeah, there wasn't much for games. It was as if someone got a Switch, but the next Mario game wasn't for 3 months. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, hey, at least we're in 2020 now, dude. 2020 is going to be a great year for gaming. Like, I could give a shit about Cyberpunk, oddly enough. I think I would care a lot more about that game if it was third person. The fact that it's first person has me, like, 100% unsubscribed from it. But I'm really hoping, like, the sleeper hits that I want for this year that haven't been announced or anything, I want to have a Hytale beta this year. Because the game, more than likely, they said is going to release in 2021, unfortunately. And I want a release date for Little Nightmares 2. Like, that apparently is coming out this year as well. And, ooh, I can't wait. Seriously. Oh, there was a custom Steam profile border? What? Who cares? No, I don't care about things like that. I think that's why. Like, I've never cared about, like, oh, I can get a profile. Like, no one's looking at my profile. No one needs glasses now. It's 2020. Ah, yes, Hasman. Truly, this is a big brain moment for you. Yeah, I'll try adding you. Accept all friends. That might have worked. Yeah, there you are. I don't know why, though, invite didn't actually show up. I think Trove is, like, breaking. Strange. Give me an error 5-star. Come on. Oh, there's one. But yeah, man, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm still stuck here playing Trove. But I don't know. I just, more recently, like in these past couple months, I've just been kind of getting, I don't know. I think that trip to Japan's gonna do me good. Because I think I need a bit of a break from just doing videos. I know that it's gonna suck because my channel's gonna lose what little relevancy it still has because everyone comes around for Trove for some fucking reason, but I guess if there was any game I was playing for 5 years, people would be coming around for it, right? The only problem is that Trove is my favorite game and it's not really relevant. Like, damn, dude, if there was any other game that I actually like played, I think that would be awesome, but there isn't. Runaway saying, I wish I could transfer my 24K Shadow Hunter to PC. Yes, they need to let you do that. There needs to be a method you can actually do that. Oh yeah, Joe, you might be right. The mod that blocks invites. Yeah, it might actually be working again. It stopped for a while, but I guess it's working and I didn't even notice. Uh-oh, whip. Okay. I'm gonna destroy you in my response, but saying, did you just tell me you don't care about aesthetics when you may have possibly dumped more money than I want to know into a game that is largely aesthetics and bragging rights at the end of the day? 1, a Steam profile doesn't fucking matter at all. 2, I literally play this game for my living, so, I mean, have I really? Like, I've made my money back from what I spend on this game. And on top of that, yeah, you're absolutely right. But I'm not buying any of this shit for aesthetics. I'm doing it so I can do videos on it. And even then, you know, I've slowed down on my spending with Trove because it's obviously not paying what it once was. And there hasn't really been anything worth buying, honestly. Like, I'm not even as concerned as I was back in the day about, like, being top mastery or anything like that. Especially because, in all honesty, I've heard from some very reliable sources more recently about, like, the sheer amount of cheating that actually goes on in Trove. I actually was very unaware of it. There's some of the top clubs in Trove are actually, like, they're actually, like, cheating. Like, that's why they're the highest power rank and shit. It's hilarious. Yeah, Trove's pay to win. I wouldn't say it's, like, aesthetic. And even then, like, I didn't really, like, in all honesty, I think that the more money that I spent on this game was most of all when they added, like, the stupid gem augmenting. That was such bullshit when they added that. I remember, too, I got one character to, like, max PR at the time, and I was just curious just to see, like, how much it would cost. And it was, like, what, like $800 or something like that? Thankfully, it gave me a lot of content to talk about, obviously, and then I was, like, the strongest in the game at the time, till the cheaters took it. Not to say everybody at the top is cheating, but it's just, was more recently brought to my attention, and it was like, oh, that makes sense. But yeah. I'm hoping, like, I genuinely am hoping, excuse me, that eventually I'll end up just finding a game that I find enjoyable that can potentially have infinite content. That would eventually end up having an audience around it. Because that's the thing, like, I know that there's other games out there. It's like World of Warcraft is a prime example where I know that if I just kept at it, put the same amount of time into that game as I have with Trove, I would be like one of the bigger content creators for it. But I find that game fucking boring. So, I mean, I guess I say that, but in all honesty, like, I'm sitting here playing Destiny and loving the shit out of it, and, you know, people aren't watching that as much, which I don't know why. Like, people want to literally watch me do the same shit every single day on Trove, and then I do something like actually fun and interesting in another better game, and everyone's like, nah. I just don't get it, man. It's weird. I think it's most of all because I don't have any like big tutorials for most of those other games, but it's like, what tutorial am I gonna do for Destiny? Like, I don't know that game enough to even make tutorials on it. Being a variety streamer? What do you mean? I already play like whatever games I want. Like, I'm sitting here complaining about Trove stuff just because, in all honesty, I didn't really want to do this event right now. It's not like I don't like this game or anything. It's just I've obviously been playing it like a long time. But I still play all these other games. It's just nobody gives a shit. And I'm not trying to be like self-depreciating or anything like that. It's just the facts. There's always less views on the other videos, but that's, you know, that doesn't really matter as much to me. So long as I can make a full-time living from just doing YouTube videos and stuff, I got no complaints, man. Did you ever get the toilet mount? Dude, I have the OG tutorial on the toilet mount. Like, are you kidding? Also, to, what was that, Hazman? I don't care about Borderlands 3, like, at all. I tried. I don't know why Streamlabs is destroying you, by the way, Whiplash, but it is. I'm not sure why. Yes, Joe. I'll optimize my tags and hashtags for the algorithm. Yes. No, I'm too stupid. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I am like grassroots boomer let's player, you know? Like, I know how to grind. I'm like a blue-collar let's player. I'm just doing 9 to 5, just playing video games, you know? Like, I don't know how to do any of that shit. I still, even to this day, like, I struggle with almost every thumbnail because I'm trying to find a balance between making it easy for myself and then also something that is, like, decent enough that people are like, ooh, what's this? Even then, it's not like I'm good at it. Joe saying I was thinking about streaming just random games like for no reason whatsoever, like Mario 64 and some other games. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've got so many games that I've already like got on my, like, for free from devs and shit like that, that it's like I actually want to be able to grind through most of those games without having to produce like a full-on video. I think that would actually be that'd be a good idea. But I never have the time, and streaming multiple games is always really, really tedious, boring, and annoying because these are indie games, so half the time they crash. Boss Kian, you freak. I thought you were actually inviting me to a boss, not just inviting me to you. Like, oh, wait a minute, we're actually done. And it also says jump around the hub to celebrate. We are literally not in the hub. But it worked. All right. And then complete an adventure. I'm guessing this is just daily shit, which that's the one good thing about having these events going on is you end up getting some pretty good items just from doing daily adventures and junk. Just use one thumbnail for every video. Yeah, I thought about doing it, honestly, Axe. I really did. And then PewDiePie started doing it, so I didn't want to do it. Because now he set a precedent, and everyone's just gonna be like, you're just copying PewDiePie! And it's like, oh. But I thought about it. I thought that'd be funny. Or at the least, like, I understand why PewDiePie's just been using the same face in all of his thumbnails. I think he stopped doing it now. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with his videos lately. But basically, he just was using the same face in every thumbnail because changing your face all the time is like bullshit. And I totally get that. Like, I've reused so many different, like, faces in my thumbnails just because it's like, I can't be fucking bothered to sit there and take a picture. Like, it's the same as any other video. I just take, like, 10 or 20 different pictures and I just use those throughout months. Like, seriously. Can you help me get Stella for my Shadowhunter? I mean, I'm not on my Shadowhunter right now, Boss Kian. So, not today, let's say that. Is this... It says complete an adventure. What about... I thought I grabbed a trophy and... Oh, Geode Outpost. Oh, yes, okay. 2 5 stars? Damn. They really did nerf this. Whip saying I want to say this... since it's relevant to PewDiePie himself, but people try to jump to his defense and claim he makes a modest amount of revenue. I'm so tired of it. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, moderate is... He's rich. Like, he's a millionaire. What do you mean? What dumbass doesn't think that he's a millionaire? Like, he even says in his videos and jokes about the fact that he's like so privileged and stuff. The one thing I'd say about the dude that I think is why he's still so high up on the food chain is because he still seems very genuine and approachable. Like, he hasn't let the money affect him like so many other toxic channels, you know? Like, if I became a YouTuber, not a YouTuber, if I became big YouTuber and made millions of dollars, I'd become a smug asshole, probably. No, I don't know what would happen. It's a fun thought, but I don't know. That doesn't count as a challenge? What? What does it mean when it says daily adventure? Complete an hourly challenge, so the rampage. Ew. No, I in all honesty, like, I'm not picky when it comes to cost of living and stuff. Like, I grew up pretty poor, so I'm just looking for the amount of money that I need to buy a house and be able to support my family, which I don't have. Like, you know, it's just me and Mariko right now, but eventually, like, further in years. Is what a different case to Mr. Beast, Axe? Mr. Beast is rich too. Whoa, there we go. Yes, Whip, I agree. Felix is sarcastically adorable. That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, that's pretty good rent, Whip. Rent is way too expensive out here. Like, literally, you want to buy, like, even just being in a townhouse shared with other people, it's like $1,800 and up. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I would not be able to afford living here if I wasn't still living with my family. In all honesty, I'd love to have a house right now just to call my own. You know, just me, Mariko, and the dogs. Can't afford it. Can't afford it even if I want to. Gotta save. And even then, I'm not gonna be able to afford living out here. I'm gonna have to be in like the boonies, just out in shit town nowhere. At least I'm a little, like, I'm a lot easier to please as I get older. Because I remember when I was younger, the thought of not living in a big city was just like, no. Joe saying, imagine if Mr. Beast just randomly appeared on streams in one of those donating to streamers videos and got thousands of dollars. Yeah, like Ninja did. And then he ended up getting popular just by coincidence because of it, while also just being a top content creator. Because that's the one thing that's like so annoying about all this, like this YouTube Twitch bubble, right? Is it's like, I'm not trying to say that these people aren't genuinely good content creators, okay? But unless you were PewDiePie, like PewDiePie was a freak. He pretty much pioneered doing Let's Plays. Or at least he likes to think that he did. Most of all, he was the first one who used like popularized face cam to screaming on horror games and shit like that, which obviously isn't popular anymore. Where is this Rampage boss, by the way? Like, Jesus Christ. But Mr. Beast, actually, if I'm not mistaken, the person that he did like that whole $10,000 donation to my favorite streamer was in fact Ninja. And it's like, you gotta think about like that circumstance right there, on top of Ninja being like, at the time I think he was the biggest streamer on PUBG or whatever, but still he only had like maybe 1,000 people watching or something until that whole Mr. Beast thing ended up making him blow up. And now of course, you know, he's taken it way further than that, but he's kind of an arrogant prick, and near as I can tell, talking about how he wants to be the world's best gamer. No, you're not. You're just a streamer. Like, calm down, you egotistical asshole. As opposed to, you look at somebody like Jacksepticeye is another really good example, where great content creator, don't get me wrong. I remember when I was watching him and he just hit like 100k subs, and I was like, this guy's actually really, really good. Like, I watched one of his random videos because I just had it recommended back when recommendations from YouTube weren't garbage. And I remember even like thinking to myself, like, yeah, this guy's actually gonna go far. He's got what it takes. Incidentally, all of his fame is owed, well, maybe not all of it, most of it is owed to the fact that he actually won a shout-out competition from PewDiePie. And then just coincidentally ended up becoming really good friends with Felix and everything like that. But it's like, it's crazy to think that, you know, that's what it takes to end up getting your channel to blow up now. Because even if you end up being one of those channels where one of your videos goes viral, it's very rare that that momentum ends up continuing with the rest of your videos, you know? Like, I just randomly ended up getting like all of the trove views and stuff like that. And even now, you know, you can say that it's a dying game and everything like that, but everybody still comes to my channel for it because I'm still playing it and I still enjoy it despite my criticisms towards it. But it's like, you know, whenever I'm playing like these new games and stuff like that, I'm trying to do these videos that I think people would find interesting, where it's like, hey guys, check out this game, it's actually really cool. And then nobody fucking watches it. Not even because nobody wants to watch it, it's just because it gets fucking buried by like everything on YouTube, you know? Doesn't get recommended at all. Like, there was this game that I played, Wraith, I think it was called. And it's like kind of an old school like Hexen or Doom or whatever, right? But that video is barely even in recommendeds now because it has like, it's got violence, so it got like limited monetization. And it's like, why? Like, it's literally pixel characters getting blown apart by like a shotgun. Like, it's a game like Quake, you know? Like, it's not this modern violence, and I can understand why YouTube breaks down on violence and stuff, but it's like, hell, dude, I remember back when I was doing my Turok videos, I was worried those videos were gonna get grabbed because of the violence of the game, but they didn't. I think maybe one or two of them did because I used the, like, one of the enemies getting blown apart as like the thumbnail, and then I changed that and then it got remonetized or something. But it's like, I don't know, YouTube's fucking weird, dude. It really is. Like, it'd be great if YouTube had a section, Joe and I have talked about this a lot, Same with Twitch. I mean, Twitch has gotten a lot better at it, but there needs to be like a section for like new channels or like, you know, random, like turn off recommended, fuck the watch time. YouTube only cares about the channels that are getting most watches and most views because it gets them the most ad revenue. So that's the videos that they push in the recommendeds rather than another channel that might in fact end up being more popular than they could have possibly imagined, just because it's actually like good content instead of all the crap that's up there. And I'm not necessarily talking about myself in this scenario. I'm just speaking in general. Like there's a lot of content creators out there that are more deserving than what they get. Anyways, I'm just sitting here ranting. What were your guys' messages here? Even Joe saying, YouTube is a weird thing. It's really hard to play new games that come out mainly because all the top videos drown out yours. Yeah, exactly. That's why I just record the more irrelevant games in the hopes that people find and watch them. There was another channel that started around the same time that I did. And I remember Johnny found him on Reddit, and he actually was really smart with that kind of shit. His channel is at like, I think 800k subs or 500k subs or something like that. Like it far surpassed mine. And what that motherfucker did, which really smart, I'm not saying that in a derogatory sense, is he ended up playing these really, really niche games that nobody else played. And that's why he ended up getting all the views and getting all the subs. Like that's actually a really smart way of thinking, Joe. Like you're onto something. That's the way to do it. I myself, I enjoy playing these new games and I enjoy recording them, which is my downfall because I can't compete with Rad Brad, who is literally one of the worst content creators out there. But he gets these videos exclusively like a week early, has all the footage recorded, and then as soon as the game releases and the embargo's up, guess who everybody's going to see all the new fancy game? Rad Brad. Not because he's a good content creator, just because he's got it all already. There's so many channels that do that. Like these fucking asshole channels where the Star Wars game comes out day one, Darth Vader ending, you know, spoiling the final boss for everybody, and these dumbasses like they just click on it because it's like, I want to see it, and then they complain, oh, why did you spoil it? It's like, why did you click on it? You know, that's why whenever a new game comes out, I detox from YouTube, man. I don't watch shit because I don't want any spoilers, you know, like because I know it's gonna show up in recommendeds. TOS saying, hello, it's 6:36 a.m. but I'm up for the stream. Thanks for coming out, man. I know, it's like almost 4 in the morning for me. Axe Green even saying, I noticed that your videos aren't even recommended anymore and YouTube just recommends random stuff like the world's fastest talker. I don't even care. Yeah, but that's the thing is videos like that, the whole thing is that the way that YouTube works, it used to work on the amount of views that a video gets. Now it just works on the amount of minutes that a video gets watched. So if a video has 1 million people watch it, even if they only watch that video for 1 minute a piece, that's 1 million minutes. That's 1 million minutes more than I could possibly end up getting on any of my videos. And that's how YouTube recommendeds works. It's really, really stupid. Have you heard of Hollow Knight? Yes, Mr. Boy, I have. I know that I would probably like that game, but I don't really care about its aesthetics. Merc's really into those games. I think he'd do really well if he ended up streaming those types of games because he's just really, really into them. But I've since decided to just do what I feel like when I'm doing like streaming and YouTube and shit like that. And it's been doing a lot better for my mental health. Because otherwise things were getting really, really stressful, as is evident with my video where I, you know, open up and actually talk with you guys more seriously and started swearing and just being real. Joe saying, I think Twitch more recently got a thing where you can sort videos based on views so people can look for smaller channels. Yeah, it wasn't entirely recent, but yeah, they actually have that. YouTube doesn't have anything like that. Like, there's no possible way to find random channels. Unless you go to kids YouTube, right? The place where channels go to die. Wow, Speller 12, hey, I'm new. Hello. welcome to the party. I don't even know who Fousey is, Whiplash. Rad Brad, to be fair, like, the reason I criticize him so much is because he's probably the last one of those channels that I watched. I don't even know if he's relevant anymore, honestly. But I remember even when I was earlier getting into YouTube and stuff, like, it pissed me off how uneducated he was with the games and stuff that he was playing. It's just that he had like all those videos, like when everyone was all about 60 frames, 1080p and all that crap. That's what he does, right? And he just added his own commentary to it so that it could be fair use, so that he could end up making money from it, rather than just showing the gameplay, because YouTube was in a pretty shitty time back in the day where you had to prove that you had the rights to the video footage that you had, unless it had commentary, and even then you still had to prove it. Thankfully, YouTube's gotten a lot better since then, but we'll see what happens when Kappa tries to sue me. YMCA saying, do you know if Geo Topside or U10 might be NA only? I always hit 300 ping there and can't farm 5 stars. That's a good question. I wouldn't think so, but I don't know. I can't really tell, you know? But I wouldn't think so. Maybe are you joining other people when you go into the world? Otherwise, that could make sense. Because I know Stratos always complained about the geode surface lag. I think it's just laggy for anybody, honestly. Okay, here we go. We actually got a rampage challenge done. I'm honestly surprised. Do you like the Neon Ninja skin I used? Sans, I don't know who you are in game. Unless you have the same username and you're standing right beside me. Like, I don't... Axe asking if YouTube's really gotten better, though. I mean, it has. It's a lot more... Like, it's a lot easier for the content creator, outside of all this COPPA shit that's gonna be going down, now that we're in 2020. But even then, YouTube has been... They're trying. That's at least we can give them that, is they're trying. They're fucking up horribly because they're awful at it, but they're still trying, and YouTube is definitely in a better place. Like, there was a point where I had to, like, literally spend 10 minutes of my time proving I had the rights to every single video that I ever uploaded. Not to mention, Nintendo has finally got on the ball with YouTube. Like, it has gotten better, even if it's still kind of shit. Oh, the rollover is about to hit. I wonder if Luxian's gonna show up. Yeah, I guess he would, because it's the start of the new year, right? Start of the new month. I guess I can do Shadow Towers right now, though. Whip saying that FouseyTube. I'll ping for this since no one talks about this, but can we take a few seconds and talk about the sheer amount of content reviewers, blah blah blah. Every site actually has content. What? I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say, Whip. I think you're just complaining about, like, content creators being psychopaths, which I understand. It's because it works. It gets responses, you know? That's why, like, look at Logan Paul, for Christ's sake. Those channels, they're actual sociopaths, and they became, like, the top vloggers. That said, here we go again, dig a little more, and you actually find out that, I think it was Logan Paul, he actually was a Disney kid. So he was on Disney channels and stuff like that, and he took that popularity with him when he ended up moving onto YouTube. So anybody who's big has started from something. Mr. Beast was just the original where he saw an investment. I'll donate to this streamer and I'll record it, right? And it ended up working out for him, and now he's a millionaire and he's actually doing really good stuff. Shady Platypus saying, I don't get why they changed it anyways. I get the more time you're watching, the more ads they can shove in your face, but if a video is good, it gets views and more ads by default. Am I right? I don't know that much about the system. I mean, it depends, because YouTube doesn't really have, like, as much as people complain about the ads are what pays content creators. I myself personally don't like the fact that YouTube as a platform has a certain amount of ads that it's going to hit you with over a certain amount of time, which makes it very inconsistent. So if you, for example, watch, just because we're talking about, say you watch a PewDiePie video and you get an ad, and then you go over to my channel, you might actually not get an ad on one of my videos because you'd already just watched an ad over on another channel, because YouTube doesn't give a shit about the individual channel. They just give a shit about their own profits. So YouTube itself is going to end up gaining profits from your view, and whatever channel you incidentally happen to be watching at the time that ends up getting the ad video, whatever, as opposed to each individual content creator having their own ad placement, which obviously could become a problem because people could end up abusing that system. Thus is why they don't have it set up like that. But yes, what YouTube tried to do was YouTube tries to act like they move away from all this clickbait crap, but the point is that they actually reward it. And that's the thing that actually pisses me the most off about the entire platform, is just the fact that these low-life degenerates that know how to manipulate the system and manipulate views. Like, there's a lot of those top vloggers are just like those crybaby, like, they're crying, but they happen to be recording it. Like, it's so fucking fake, but people eat that shit up. And you know, again, there's the best content creators are actually like the best content creators, people that actually want to watch them. But it always triggers me a bit when I end up getting, you know, sometimes YouTube tries to talk to me about like, oh, here's how you could optimize your channel. And I always, every time I'm sitting in one of those, you know, sitting in one of those meetings, you know, and they're talking to me, I always am just thinking to myself, it's like, is your channel popular? Like, what the fuck do you know about a popular YouTube channel? Even the fact that YouTube just recommends like all this trash all the time, you know, like it's just, yeah. Anyways, I don't mean to rant about it too much. I mean, whatever. Oh, I was gonna do Shadow Towers. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Food for thought. It's interesting topics. At the same time, I don't mean to keep shutting down like my own conversation piece. It's like, I'm gonna talk about this stuff even if people find it boring. I don't give a shit. My job, and it's stuff that I find interesting. I'm still extremely fortunate to be where I am right now, and I don't want to, obviously don't want to ever give the impression that I'm not sitting here thinking that, you know? But I mean, even on YouTube, like, it's very, very rare. Can someone open Dot, by the way? Anyone who's actually done it? That'd be very helpful of you. But it's like, half the channels I watch on YouTube, like, I barely subscribe to any of them, honestly. Like, I'm only subscribed to a few channels. I watch their content as regularly as I possibly can. And then maybe here and there, I'll watch, like, some random video that is recommended to me. But in all honesty, I guess because I do YouTube... Oh, thank you. That's not... No. That's the wrong one. You idiot. But it's like here and there, I'll end up watching like a recommended video, but for the most part, I think because I do YouTube and can kind of see through the bubble, like most viewers can't understand it unless they're actually doing it. But I purposefully will not click on a lot of videos because I don't want to support that crap. You know, I'm doing my part kind of thing, right? Can I come with you? Hey man, if somebody actually opens Ultra Dot, yeah, of course you can come. Why is the streaming so late, Ender Monster? I don't know. Time zones, like Joe said, but also it's like 4 in the morning for me. Just because I want to do Ultra. I want to do Ultra Towers. Whip saying also some food for thought tacked onto yours. The polls were tied to Disney, which is supposed to be for kids, right? So then they go to the place in Japan and do all the crap that they did. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the thing. In all honesty, a lot of those Disney kids ended up growing up pretty fucked up. But I think that's just because any kid who gets into like film and acting and stuff like that as young as they do, like, it's gonna mess them up. They got fame right away. They get everything given to them. They don't grow up with the same morals as somebody who's actually earned it. It's very different. I'm not saying it's wrong. Cheesy goatee. I love it, dude. Saying most clickbait people look like this about their topic and using the parakeet bird just yeah. Thank you for actually opening dot. Appreciate it. But yes, I know. Even I do it. You have to, man. It gets more views, especially having your face out there. You're basically creating a brand. You gotta put your face on every fucking thumbnail, you know? Sometimes I want to just have the gameplay, and then I notice that the video's not doing as well. Then I change the thumbnail, so all I do is just add my face in it, just doing some, you know, some dumbass thing, acting like it's exciting and crazy, and oh, you gotta watch this, and then it gets more views. Not much, because, you know, my channel is not in search algorithms. I think another big thing that was probably a mistake on my part was changing my username, like from Scythe Plays on YouTube over to Scyushi. But I think in the long run, it's going to end up being more worthwhile whenever some other game ends up picking up for me. Like, it's still my dream to end up being a big-time YouTuber, and I'm never going to give up with it. Like, obviously, I talk about how I'm content with making just a full-time living and stuff like that. But it's like, no, dude, I would love to be able to be somebody of influence. I think that I've got enough to talk about. I've got enough to say. I've got some pretty good morals, if I do say so myself. And I think that I deserve it as much as the next guy. So I won't say that I want it like so bad that I would like kill for it or anything. But it's like, if I get fortunate enough to ever end up becoming a big time channel, I mean, heck yeah. I'd love to be able to just play whatever games I want and get equal amount of views on all my fucking content. And I'd probably still play Trove in all honesty, but it definitely wouldn't be as front and center as it is. Like, it'd be a lot more relaxed, you know? That said, I mean, it's already pretty relaxed, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Is that gone to mod? Yes, Shady, it is. It's the Goose mod. Untitled Goose. Which is awesome. Actually, I gotta swap over to Dread because we don't need it. Dr. Bullet, hey man. Been a while, how you been? Dread. There we go. Yes, I am Demon Thomas. I don't know why you got destroyed by Streamlabs. Seriously? I'm not even streaming with fucking Streamlabs right now, but that's cool. Seriously. Whip saying about how YouTube changed it so you need 100k subs minimum and an amount of minutes watched to get monetized. I think it's 10k subs actually, not 100k. But yes, I know that they changed that, which was very disappointing for a lot of smaller channels, obviously. But no, they've always only cared about, you know, bigger channels and more and all the clickbait and all that stuff. Like they just want to make it look good for advertisers, but they're still a big corporate conglomerate that doesn't give a shit about the content creators themselves that ended up making them popular in the first fucking place. Like, think about what YouTube's got to do on their end. Not much, dude. It's all on the content creators, and then anytime shit hits the fan, YouTube just backs down immediately and says, oh, it's up to you guys. And it's like, dude, we, like, throw us a bone here, you know? We get you paid. You know what I mean? Like, jeez. Joe's saying, I don't think you need to stream with Streamlabs. It's because you enabled the bot, so you have to take it off. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess so. I guess that means that the bot is similar to Nightbot, where I gave it perms to mod the chat. And, yeah, I guess it's just there now. Huh. I mean, Streamlabs definitely is, like, Streambot, I should say, is helpful, but I don't like how it grabs you guys for your comments, And more so, I don't like the fact that it mutes your comments even from me. Like, I can't screen it and then approve it. It's just gone. What do you mean, can I invite you? You saw where we dropped down the portal, Sans. You can just join. Unless it's full, in which case, sorry, bud. Cheesy saying, I'm very glad I spent my channel points on that. Oh, the parakick. Yes. Yeah, how does that work? It's like you spend points and then you can end up getting like specific emotes from certain channels or something. I don't know. I honestly don't use Twitch like at all as a platform. I only stream to it. Like, I don't watch it or anything, so I have no idea how any of it works, honestly. Okay, whip. Hey, man. I mean, you know, not gonna kiss a gift horse in the mouth, or however the fuck that saying goes. Like, as much as I've got all my criticisms towards it, and I think anyone who's been doing YouTube for a long enough time ends up getting pretty jaded towards the platform as a whole. But again, it's like, I'm literally just playing these games and it's getting me paid, so no complaints, man. No complaints. Like, at the end of the day, I'm still happy. It's just I wish that they would get their head out of their ass and actually like do something good for once, instead of just slowly making it worse and worse and worse. With the Twitch points, you can unlock Twitch or channel emotes of your choosing for the next 24 hours. Oh, okay, Joe. Huh. I'm gonna hit you guys with an ad, by the way. Please don't start it unless you're actually strong enough to do so, because I gotta get water. Blah. There's other perks as well, like the highlighted messages. Yeah, I noticed that one, Goat. Yes. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, this'll... Oh, unless Luxian shows up, I guess we could check it up in a sec. You put 2 ads. Actually, I didn't. Twitch is kind of stupid, where I actually just ran a 60-second ad break, and for some reason it just puts 2 30-second ad breaks. Like, I don't get it, man. Alright, later, Goaty. Joe didn't get any ads. I think maybe because you spent the nubblies. I'm not exactly sure. The ad was very loud, or I'm very quiet. I'm probably quiet because I've changed a lot of my settings recently. I always try it, like I try to keep my volume like very level with everything, but it's like, yeah, sometimes ads are just really, really loud. Die, Dot. But yeah, this will probably be it, and then maybe we'll take a quick peek at Luxian if he's here. I also didn't get any ad. Yeah, it happens, man. I keep, like, low-key, I actually kind of want to check out and try streaming to DLive for, like, a month. Just a month solid. just to see whether or not it ends up actually being better for me than doing it on Twitch. Because even the user experience, like, everybody liked using DLive. It's so much simpler and easier to use, you know? Just as a platform. Yeah, I like DLive for the gifts too, Joe. But it's like, I don't know. Back when DLive was going on, like, I was changing my fucking streaming platform like 3 times within a week. And it was annoying. For me and for the people watching. Is Vampire Flask good? Yeah, it's a good one. You'll use that with certain characters. Yeah, I know, Joe. DLive, the only problems with it was just... I mean, it being a small platform, honestly, was fine. But I didn't like that they had to change their chest system because of all the dumbasses abusing it. Like, the old chest system was so much better. Instead, like, DLive had this chest system, right? Where basically by watching streams, you would end up earning the currency that you could donate to the streamer. And then the streamer could end up... No, it was that you, by watching streams, interacting with streams, and talking and stuff, you would slowly build up an XP bar, and then you could open up a chest, and you could either keep the money for yourself or donate it to the streamer. But by donating, it would make the experience bar go faster. So it was a fantastic system where people that were watching streamers regularly could actually end up technically getting paid, even if obviously it wasn't much. But it was really, really good for me. Like, I was actually able to make a pretty decent money from just starting out on the platform. It was also very approachable just because there was nobody using it at the time. But unfortunately, assholes took care of that, and then they had to change the system. And now it's some dumbass thing where you literally have to stream for like 5 minutes or something. And then you'll get like 1 point towards opening a chest. And you have to have 5 or 6 in order to open the chest, and then it only gives like 1 cent to each like a couple people in the stream. Like, it's really, really stupid. But I still wonder how much I should experiment with my content. I might just start streaming to DLive just because, in all honesty, like, I don't make shit from doing my live streams, dude. I don't make any money from this shit. Like, I make some, not much. And I'm not trying to, again, I'm not trying to sound ungrateful for the fact that I am Twitch partner. I'm very happy about that. Obviously, it's really cool. But stream to Mixer. Yes, like Ninja. I like how everyone's really mad at him for that. And it's like, dude, he's in a contract where he makes $23 million a year. Fuck you if you would say that you wouldn't have taken that. Good for Ninja. Because you think about it too. He's a dumbass and he's just sitting there playing Fortnite. It's like me with Trove, where it's like he's got to hate playing Fortnite, you know, and embracing like the dumbass dances in that game and everything like that, especially because his content used to be like really, really mean and like swearing and bullying and stuff, which obviously he's changed now, and for the better. But now that he's doing like the kid-friendly content and stuff, it's like, you know, good for him that he's doing something that would actually make me want to game end. Yes, Joe, I know that they had to disable PayPal on DLive. It was weird. Scythe, how can I get gem re-rollers? You gotta go into Shadow Towers, fight like a freak, to end up getting yourself the Binding Darkness. So this is an item that just drops from Shadow Tower enemies. As you can see, I only have 8 of them because I barely do Shadow Towers anymore. But then you end up spending your Lunar Souls as well, and that'll end up rolling a stat. But Binding Darkness is the key thing that you have to get from just elite bosses in general. But Shadow Towers is the best way to do it. I haven't played since they added Crystal Gear. Is it worth coming back? Has anything really changed since then, though, Z? They added the Leviathan bosses that nobody really grinds anymore because they're too stupid. And then what else? They added the daily adventurine quest, so that at least is cool. We can do one of them right now, but otherwise I'm probably gonna call the stream, just because as much as I love hanging with you guys and talking about all this shit, I really got to get on editing if I'm hoping to actually get all this stuff done, edited, uploaded within a reasonable time frame for me to actually go to bed. So that dude right there, that was just one of the many quests that you can end up doing per day. I wish it was repeatable, but it's only daily. There's basically going to be one dude per biome that you can end up getting their quests. This one is just farming glacial shards. So we just gotta get a few of these. And then you see we get it complete. And then out of that, we actually get a pretty decent chunk of adventurine. But most of all, we get a random chance of getting one of these bad boys, which it seems like we just got one. And these can end up containing new costumes and shit. They're actually really cool. I guess, is there a Highlands biome nearby? No, not really. Okay. Yeah, okay, guys. I think we're gonna call it here for that. There might be, I'll just say this passively to you guys that are chilling here. There might be a point in time where I end up streaming on DLive again. I don't know. You know, it's 2020, so hey, maybe. But anyways, that's gonna do it for the stream. Like I said, I'd love to keep chilling with you guys. I'm just in the mood too. But in all honesty, there's not really anything else I could do in Trove other than get all my dailies done. And I have to edit. Like, I gotta get some of this shit done. Because that vlog alone that I have to get out by today, because it's the 2020 vlog, that's gonna take me a long time to edit. Thanks for coming out, guys. Seriously, namaste. Really appreciate it. I'll see whether or not I make this video public on YouTube. It'll probably take a couple days, though. Oh, let's actually double check if Luxian's here. He probably won't be, because I think they fucked up and made Luxian show up like last week, didn't they? Yeah, even though he's supposed to show up at the first week of the new month and halfway through, it seems like they kind of messed that up. But Zur is going to show up today, and I'll probably get that video out late just because I'm going to be sleeping in. Anyways, thanks for coming out. Sayonara. Stay up, guys.